Visalia. This is Lloyd's hometown.
Did you just say Lloyd?
Yes, and you are?
I'm Paul, Lloyd's #1 apprentice. I'm heading out to patrol the haunted ranch. You want to come with me?
Lloyd's apprentice? What kind of idiot?
What did you say?
Emil, he's just a kid.
I'm not a kid. I'm the great dual swordsman, Paul the Magnificent.
My apologies, Paul the Magnificent.
Jeez, you outsiders have no manners.
I can't believe kids still worship Lloyd even after what he and the Church of Martel did to Palmacosta.
I know you're upset, but try to calm down. The first thing we need to do is gather information. Maybe the town's mayor has an idea where Lloyd is. This village is so peaceful, and the air is so clean.
I don't know. It's almost too quiet, and the air feels charged.
This is the village of Oracles, home of the Mana lineage. The souls of the chosen who perished in failed attempts at world regeneration may still haunt these grounds.
Yeah, that must be it. It's just the sort of village I'd expect Lloyd to come from.
Shut up, Tenebrae. I am Forcestus of the 5 Desian Grand Cardinals!
Lloyd Irving is here. Evil Desian, I will defeat you.
I keep hearing the word Desian. What does it mean?
You don't know? The Desians were a group of half-elves who wreaked havoc on the world before the regeneration took place.
They say the Desians took people to places called human ranches, and then did unspeakable things to them.
You make it sound like you weren't affected by them. There was a ranch right near Palmacosta, and everyone was so afraid of it.
You were?
Yes. Iselia got off easy since the Chosen was born here. They entered into a non-aggression treaty with the Desians to protect the town's people from being taken to the ranch. Clever, huh?
It seems we Centurions missed a lot while we were dormant.
Yeah, that's how it was. Yeah, of course.
Excuse me, we're searching for Lloyd Irving. He used to live in this town.
Have you seen him recently?
Another one asking about Lloyd. Let me guess. This is about the blood purge in Palmacosta, right? Does it make sense? Lloyd would never lead the Church of Martel against Palmacosta.
Lloyd killed my parents!
Emil?
Before the world regeneration, a horrible massacre took place in our town at the hands of the Desians because of Lloyd.
See? Just like Palmacosta. Lloyd is nothing but a worthless murderer!
But I thought Iselia had a treaty with the Desians.
Lloyd tried to save a friend of his who was being held prisoner at the human ranch. It provoked the Desians into attacking. What a fool! Even a child knows that the life of one insignificant person in the ranch is nothing compared to the lives of everyone in the village.
One insignificant person? What a horrible thing to say!
Then which would you choose? Save one person with 1,000 lives? Or save 1,000 with 1 life?
Well...
It's obvious. The one person must be sacrificed for.
Wait! That's not right! What if you were that one person? Would you still feel that way? And what if there was some way you could save all 1,001 people?
Yes, Lloyd thought that way as well. But ultimately he failed. Lofty principles are all well and good, But there's a difference between an ideal and reality. Lloyd is a fool. He believes all lives are equal. He imagines an ideal world where those who want to live can live. But he's also a man who works tirelessly to realize his ideals. Of course, whether that's good or bad is a different story.
Mayor, you believe in Lloyd.
Well, I don't like him much, but yes.
Why does everyone stand up for him? I know for a fact that he killed my mother.
Ask the people in town. His old teacher is back here right now as well. And Lloyd's father is at the Martel Temple. Perhaps he could shed some light on things. It's possible he's been in contact with Lloyd.
The temple?
It's located north of here and belongs to the Church of Martel. Lloyd's father is a skilled craftsman. He's been doing repair work there.
It's the pet monster that belongs to that strange guy we ran into at the beach.
That is rather rude, Emil. That man was a dwarf.
And this guy isn't a monster, he's a dog. You think you can move for us, doggy?
I don't think he's a dog.
Leave this to me.
Tenebrae's laughing.
Oh, he moved.
Hey, Tenebrae, what was so funny?
Perhaps some other time. Now then, let us proceed.
He's still laughing.
It's weirding me out.
Oh, you're the kids that were lost.
Thanks for giving us directions.
We heard we might be able to find Lloyd Irving's father here.
You're talking to him. We're not linked by blood, but he's my son.
Have you heard anything from Lloyd recently? We're looking for him.
You? Aren't you ashamed of what Lloyd did in Palmacosta? You're his father.
I'm proud to call Lloyd my son. I've got nothing to be ashamed of. You! If Lloyd had anything to do with what happened in Palmacosta, he wouldn't have just disappeared like that. I didn't raise a man who runs from his own responsibilities. My boy may be a fool, but he's not a bad person.
So have you had any contact with him?
Nope, haven't heard a word. He was on a journey to gather X-spheres, but then he just suddenly came back about 6 months ago. He said he was on his way to save a friend, and he had to travel light. So he left Noish, that animal you saw outside. Haven't seen him since.
I see.
If you kids happen to see Lloyd, give him a message for me, will ya? Tell him Noish is getting lonely, so come home soon.
Emil, what's wrong?
He's not related to Lloyd by blood, and yet he really seems like he's Lloyd's father. On the other hand, my uncle was always so ashamed of everything I did.
Emil.
Excuse me, do you have a moment? Paul, one of the village children, has gone missing. Have you seen a boy about 8 years old around here?
Oh, we met him by the town entrance. He said something about going to a haunted ranch.
So he went to the human ranch. Thank you.
The haunted ranch he was talking about was a Desian's human ranch. I hope he's all right.
There aren't any Desians there anymore. I'm sure he'll be fine. Besides, he's an apprentice of the mighty Lloyd, remember?
I understand your grudge against Lloyd, but Paul has nothing to do with that. The Emil I like wouldn't think like that. My Emil is better than that.
Whatever! I don't even remember you. Stop trying to make me into something I'm not. I don't need you telling me who I'm supposed to be.
I'm sorry. I just...
That is... What?
What?
Oh, it's nothing. I wonder if that was too harsh.
Emil must be angry with me.
But Marta refuses to see the real me.
I haven't been paying attention to who Emil really is. Of course he'd be upset.
This is all my fault. If I'd just kept an eye on him, I could have stopped him before he left town.
Lilia, it's going to be all right. Professor Sage will find Paul. He'll be fine.
Right. But Professor Sage is a half-elf. I don't know if this is such a good idea.
Stop that nonsense! Professor Sage saved the Chosen! She's a good half-elf. She's nothing like the Desians. She'll save Paul.
Hey, Emil, do you think Rain is that woman we saw earlier?
Yeah, maybe.
She's a half-elf. I wonder if that's why no one went with her to search for Paul.
Huh?
I mean, people are prejudiced against half-elves. I even used to be afraid of them. Way back when.
Half-elf. Prejudice.
I'm going to the human ranch. You and Tenebrae wait here until I get back.
Why?
Even if the Desians are long gone, there are probably monsters. I can't let her go alone.
There's no guarantee you'll meet up with her. I'll go with you.
But Paul is Lloyd's apprentice.
It's okay. You don't have to keep worrying so much about my feelings.
Sorry.
Come on, let's head for that ranch.
What sort of places were these human ranches?
It's where they used to make X-spheres, devices that raised a person's abilities to their fullest potential.
So, they were like factories?
From what I heard, they were more like labs for human experiments. The X-spheres were apparently stones, activated by human suffering. So they implanted X-spheres in people, then tortured them in all sorts of ways.
The hearts of men are more terrifying than any monster.
Huh?
Oh, just the ramblings of a spiteful centurion.